Okay, Shel, so the new book is Twitterville.
Yes.
What's that mean? What is
Well,
Twitterville?
Twitterville is a word I use to describe what I think is one of the special attributes of Twitter. And that is, here you have something that's growing faster than any city on Earth. It's larger than any megalopolis on Earth. And yet most people get sort of this cozy neighborly feel when they're there. That's because it kind of breaks down into little neighborhoods. You get to know people. You get to know about people through talking to other people. And it's got sort of a comfortable retro feeling and it's in the information age, so I thought it kind of captured it. But once you're there, you just start looking around. You can probably find a few people you know. But more than that, you can use the Twitter search tool to find out about topics that interest you. They could be about your business. They could be about hockey. In my case, it could be about the Boston Red Sox. And so my advice is don't even go in talking. Don't be the loudmouth who walks into a room and say, "Hi, I'm Shel. I just wrote a book." And just hear a conversation. Sooner or later, you might have something that's interesting and useful to that conversation, and then post. So it is harder to understand than Facebook. It's harder to understand than a podcast. It's harder to understand than just about any social media tool I can think of. What's special, though, is it lets us interact online more like we do in everyday life than anything that's ever come before it. When you say, what should a business do with it, I went out and I talked to over 100 people in business about how they're using Twitter, and I got more than 100 different answers. Certainly overlap, but Twitter is a communications tool. It's two ways, and that's different than monitoring. You can go onto Twitter and just lurk. A lot of companies do it. They just use Twitter search to find out who's saying what about them. But there are many, many astounding stories of how much more polite people get when they find out the company is listening. And not only that, the company stops becoming a logo and starts becoming a person. And a person is human and cares. And when you say vile things about a human, their feelings get hurt. So people get more polite. Twitter is about people. People are partly about work. They're not completely about work. If they are, they're really boring. You know, one of the things that is changing is the humanization of corporations. Used to be I'd hand you my business card and my logo was supposed to tell you what sort of person I was. Now you get to know me, and that helps you decide what you think of my logo. And that is a much better way of doing business. That is much more of that retro small town Twitterville feeling that I'm talking about. We don't want the companies that we do business with to be the Borg, these robotic people with cameras glued to their heads. We want to do business with people. We want to know people.